Hello. Oh, I have to have some sort of a meltdown each time I start one of these videos because I don't know, it's so like uncanny valley. So, hello. I'm Riva Smajoki. I try to be presentable. Don't think I don't. I'm not trying to be presentable, and I'm like deliberately like something. Mm, but nah. We won't lie. I'm not trying to be presentable. I'm trying to be real. That's different. Being presentable is meaning that you want to look your best, that you can look the best possible version of you can be, so people look at you and be, oh, I want to be like her. She looks so well put together, like. And I'm like, nah, I will just be me, like, because when I was young, like very young, I'm 44 years now of age, but when I was young, I was like, I was always considered an arrogant. I was always thinking I will succeed. And I always had this notion one day when I'm rich and famous, like one does. I don't know if you don't. It's always been with me. And I was like, but don't want to play the role. I was observing the rich and famous people and was like, I don't like it. I had a sense that I might be rich and famous, but it was like not a desire. It was more of a fear, that it just naturally comes with things I want to do in life. And I was like, I don't want to be like that perfect picture that forever smiling, always beautiful, well collected posture, and like always look the camera in your best angle and find your like perfect face and be like, mm, yes, yes, you were saying. Oh, please don't make me do that. Like anyone will make me, but the pressure of society came to do. It's the song of Robbie Williams from his album Escapology, my favorite one, where he says, "No, or is it from the root box?" Suddenly, I don't know. Maybe it's from the root box. It's from the root box. Not my favorite album, but very entertaining one. In future, everyone will be anonymous for 15 minutes. And I think he nailed it on the head. Like, we're there. Everyone is anonymous only under certain conditions. But you can walk out and somebody else films you, and suddenly you're like the main story in the whole totality of the world. And I'm like, ew. I'm sorry, my personal bias towards the 90s. Like, yes, it was nice to just walk around and not be recorded, like pictured and sent, like, oh, I saw you. Like, why would you take a picture of me? Like, anyway, moving on. I'm trying to make a point. I'm trying to make a point. What was it? Was there a point? Hmm. Anyway, algorithm would be tell me now you lost all your audience, like like I have any jokes on you. So I'm trying to present myself as truthfully as possible to avoid, if I get famous tomorrow, like one does, to have to pretend to be a version of myself that I dislike. Does that ring any bells? I don't think it resonates with anyone, because it seems to me that today everyone puts up their best self forward and pushes themselves out to be as much as visible as possible. And I'm like, whew, you do you. I would probably should do the same, because I do have art I want to sell, probably somewhere in the future when I'm stop being attached to it. Okay, you can get novels because they are reproducible and you can multiply them without me losing anything. So that's okay. I'm excellent. I love myself. So Me, who is still not famous after 44 years on this earth, and had the privilege to live 44 years in absolute anonymity, except in Croatian in certain circles that think that I'm a writer. I do write, but I'm not striving to be an author anymore. It's not my main focus. I'm mostly now wanted to finish that one huge saga I had of fiction that nobody wants, so it's not applicable to join any writers guilds or anything, and to be better at painting. That's my goals now. To try stand up, to try anyway, to try different things. I dabble in art. I love to do bad art. There's other videos about that. Not topic of this video, where I justify my need and my right to do bad art, to just commit to it. Anyway, for those of you who don't want to read my memoir, there's probably a question of my gender, probably in this age where that is not a given, and where it's a very contentious topic. And for those who are not willing to read 100 pages about it, I'm sorry, 200 if you add in a second memoir about it. I find that hilarious. If you're not having the same sense of humor, I apologize for me that I'm imposing to the world. Anyway, I refer to myself as a she, as you mentioned, and I accept the doctors reassigned me to be a female at birth. Although at first they said, "Oh, look, it's a boy," and then they were like, "Do you want a boy or a girl? What child? Do you have a children? You have a boy at home? Oh, here, a girl." I'm so sorry for my bad acting. But I presume something in that context happened because I have no memory of that, and my mother was not informed about my unfortunate intersex predicament. So I lived out my life as a girl, and they weren't completely wrong. With some hormonal therapy and some luck and some hardships on my part, I did manage to give birth to 2 children. So I have full female experience. Look at me. Yay! And I accepted my male, predominantly male mind somewhere along the road, and I'm presenting my non-binary self, going back and forth, being extra feminine, extra masculine, but my behavior baseline is pretty much the same. And claiming that I'm a man, it's based on what society taught us men are, and it's not that deep. You know, when you change your definition, I will probably change. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, but my personality will stay the same. It's just a word for me. I know for other people it's much more important. For me, if you mislabel me, or I really don't care. Like, if you think of me as a dude, I'm like, thank you for seeing my personality. It's nice and refreshing. If you see me as a girl, like, thank you for understanding my drag and appreciating my effort and sacrifice to at least appear as a decent female. I have no idea why that came in, but apparently it has to be said somewhere. It doesn't have to. Anyway, that's it. And my beautiful people, we shall commence doing our ugly and bad art. You, among you who are talented, do your beautiful art. We will admire it. And see you next time when I'm willing to rant. Bye.